What if I told you Lebanon isn't losing its youth? It's exporting them. In most countries, young people are the future. They build, innovate, and create. In Lebanon, they leave. And somehow, that became normal. But this isn't just migration. And it's not just people looking for better opportunities. It's something deeper. A system that doesn't need you to stay, only to send money back. Think about it. Why is there no real plan for jobs? Why does every crisis end at the airport? Why is success defined as leaving? Because remittances became part of the system. Dollars from abroad don't just support families, they keep the whole structure standing. The less the state provides, the more families depend on someone abroad. And the more they depend, the less pressure there is to change anything inside. It becomes a cycle where leaving doesn't weaken the system, it actually helps it survive.
على أول شيء نحن أول شيء بنصدره نحن خدمات وسياحة وبشر. ما نضحك على حالنا، يعني ما نجي نقول بدنا نصدر خيار وبندورة. ما حنصدر خيار وبندورة. كل مهندس بنصدره بيبعت لأهله قد موسم البندورة.
In many post-colonial societies, those in power don't build real economies. They don't invest in production or long-term growth. They survive by depending on the outside, on money, on aid, and on people who leave. So the cycle becomes simple. Export the youth, receive dollars, avoid reform, repeat. No one told you to leave, but everything around you made staying feel impossible. So maybe the problem isn't that the country is collapsing. Maybe it's working exactly as designed. So what do we do? First, we stop normalizing leaving as the only path to success. Not everyone has to stay, but staying should be a real option, not a failure. Second, we start building value inside the country, even on a small scale businesses, networks, skills that produce locally instead of depending entirely on money from outside. Third, and most important, those abroad don't just send money, they invest differently. Not just in consumption, but in projects that create jobs, even small ones. And most importantly, we rebuild pressure from within. Because as long as leaving is easier than changing, nothing will move. This won't change overnight. But every system that survives by exporting its people eventually weakens when people decide to build instead of leave.